Happy Wednesday. This is the rundown. This is a terrible start. It's a Wednesday. It's the best Wednesday of the year. That's why I'm excited. You're in the Proview Network studios on the rundown. I'm your host, Adam Deal. We'll get to hype or not hype in just a moment. The fellows are waiting. We got the crew in the zoo. It's an extensive crew in the zoo today. How's everyone doing? Give a good wave. I mean, if Estrella makes it, then you know it's important. We got the guys, the gentlemen to my left here, Alden Iowani and Josh Brown. They're going to do hype or not hype in just a moment. That's a stupid Redskins scarf, by the way. That's dumb. And you're not a Bronco. I mean, the Broncos ruin your fanhood? Yeah, that's what I thought.
One day. It's a one-day suspension for the Chargers.
We're gonna get to these guys in just a minute.
In honor of Josh Lunas. So,
I'm all flustered here. We're going to get to these guys in a minute. We're going to do hype or not hype in just a second, kind of reverse of what we normally do. But first, we've got some highlights for you. Highlands University had a doubleheader at home to start the season. Nice start for both the girls and boys teams. So here are the highlights.
Go ahead and mute them. Hit play.
Jamal, man, this beat is crazy. Jamal, man, this beat is crazy. Come on, man, this beat is crazy.
So boys and girls Highlands both win, and on a nice little run. We'll be broadcasting Highlands, by the way, live throughout the year, so really excited about that. Again, it's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, probably the best Wednesday of the year, undoubtedly, I would have to say. And so we have to get a little special edition of Hype or Not Hype. What's up, guys? There you are. So,
Oh, what's up? What's up? Sorry, I'm just doing a little Adam Scheftering this morning, you know, getting the facts so that you, the people, know the inside information.
We had to go to the mountains of Sweden. We are in the Alps.
Because that's what ballers do, you know, they just go random places. They say, hey, let's go to the mountains in the Swiss Alps. Let's do it.
Exactly.
is that what? Why do you have a Redskin
Well, Adam,
scarf on? Why?
Chargers kind of let me down, so I'm suspending my fandom for one day, and that's tomorrow, so I can gladly. I will gladly root for the Redskins tomorrow, so they beat your Cowboys. So go Redskins, go! Thanks, Josh Lunar, for the nice attire. I mean, it's not my normal colors, but I like it.
I guess I'm a Bronco fan then.
Well, I mean, it's better than the Cowboys. I mean, at least you have some dignity now.
Sorry about that Bronco win. All right.
We got some questions. Let's get this.
Okay. Let's go special Thanksgiving edition, Hype or Not Hype. Alden, I'll start with you. Are you hype or not hype with the red chili as the gravy for mashed potatoes?
You know, Adam, I'm definitely, there's a lot of things I've been hype about. This is like cloud, like 9, like hype, you know? Like, it's like, once you have it with red chili, it's like, why did I ever even eat it with gravy in the first place? Like, I can't even explain, like, boom, I'm freaking hype on that.
Josh?
Oh, most definitely concur. Nothing but red chili gravy on that.
You're supposed to say hype. You're hype with it.
Hype. I concur with the hypeness of Alden.
What about this? What about a mixture of gravy and red chili?
A little turkey
all of
red
it.
chili gravy?
Yeah, all of it.
I dig it. I dig it. You know, kind of with those sides, you're supposed to just kind of just spoon all the sides on. They all mix together anyway. A little red chiliness with that turkey gravy. I like where your head's at, Adam.
Okay.
All right, let's get a random question from the zoo. Zoo!
Oh, all right. Hype or not hype on the Chargers? Are you hype or not hype on the Chargers?
That was a random question.
It's a low blow.
I mean, are you hype or not hype on it, guys?
That's this guy.
I'm
Let
most
this
definitely
guy.
hype. One loss doesn't get it. It gets a suspension of fandom for one day.
With his Redskin scarf on.
You know, they're my NFC team. You got 2 teams. Definitely hype on the Chargers. One loss doesn't make it. And with the Chiefs loss, there's still a good chance for the Chargers to win the division. So definitely hype on the Chargers.
You hype or not hype on Artesia?
Ooh, Alden.
Definitely say pretty hype on Artesia.
So Artesia's taking on, so everyone knows, the semifinal matchup is Artesia as they will take on Roswell, the 1 seed. So where are you guys going with this?
I mean, according to the pick'ems, which we'll do later, I went with Artesia. I'm going with the Bulldogs. Consistency, 30-some state championships. I mean, even though they're a 4 seed, are they really a 4 seed? That's all I got to say.
Let's do this. Let's.
Not hype. I mean, the Roswell Coyotes, I think Roswell against Artesia.
Okay, let's do this. Let's throw the pick'ems in this, if we can. And so our boy Jude, who's directing today, guys, doing a really good job. Yeah.
Jude.
Okay, so we have our pick'ems. Actually, let's do our standings first, and then we'll get into what our pick'ems are for this week as we were, hey, look, Iowani, you got some work to do here as I went 10-0, undefeated. I mean, you got some work to do.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, championship Saturday, that'll definitely be the big thing. I'm pretty sure me and you were pretty close on our picks this week. But you know, if you win, it's whatever. I mean, we still got the majority in the zoo. Majority of pick'em wins in the zoo still. So
Don't give Josh Brown any credit.
Talking about every good company is started with a good foundation. That Josh at the bottom, that's the start of that foundation.
it's like some like Steve Jobs thing.
Okay, Alden are, okay, so it's down to there. Then there was 3. So here's our picks this week, guys, and unanimous. Everybody goes Cleveland over Volcano Vista.
No. Jason Paul went with the Volcano Vista.
Oh, I didn't see that. Jay, explain
Deathridge,
yourself.
He's gonna do it. No Dorian. I mean,
It's
there's
because
a
of your
chance.
tie to Deathridge, isn't it?
Yep, mostly Deathridge, but Dorian's out. That's what I see the equalizer happening. But
Is that
it's-
not the coolest name in high school football, Deathridge?
It is.
Like, Josh, I feel like when you played, like, your nickname was like Happy Ridge. Like, Deathridge, I mean, he's a winner. You could just feel it.
That's what you came up with.
That's what I came up with.
Happy Ridge.
All right. Everybody goes La Cueva. I thought somebody would go Centennial. I think that's the closest game, isn't it? Hype or not hype on this game, on Centennial potentially pulling an upset, Alden?
Gosh, this one's hard. I definitely want to say hype, but I think it's not hype because I think La Cueva is going to take care of business. They've been kind of shaky all playoffs. I think this is a good game for them to get their foot going forward with their offense and just figuring it all out just before the state championship, and I think they are. But you got to give your hats off to Centennials. Perfect seasons don't just come around, you know. You got to earn them. You still got to go out and get those wins. And I mean, they seem like a completely different team from when me and you saw them play Monzano earlier this season at Wilson Stadium. But Centennial's definitely the real deal, but I expect La Cueva to take care of business in this game.
I thought Artesia Roswell would draw a different response from all of us, and it has. We're all kind of split on this one. In fact, when I was giving my picks to you, Josh Brown, I think I deleted and reposted and deleted a couple of times as I flip-flopped on this one. I ended up going Artesia. I feel like it could go either way. And the last time these two teams played, it was a Roswell 3-point win. So, like, I mean, this can go anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think 5A has the most parity there. I mean, all 4 teams, anyone can win there. Los Lunas, Goddard, Artesia, Roswell. I mean, all 4 teams.
So let's talk about that one.
There.
Goddard and Los Lunas. Guys, this is a rematch of a game earlier this year that was at the Wool Bowl in which Goddard won at a 2-point conversion in overtime. And this was with the backup quarterback Los Lunas has been playing with. So this isn't a lopsided matchup. Los Lunas at home really do have a chance. I go Goddard. We split on that one, though. Jason, where did you go with this?
I went Los Lunas. They think they can get it done. They're looking. I'm gonna go with the Yotis. When they're looking hot, they're gonna finish hot.
They're hot!
They're hot.
Alden, are you hype or not hype with Los Lunas pulling this off?
You know, I'm gonna say I chose Goddard, but I mean they definitely can pull this off. I'm hype on them potentially pulling it off, but I mean, and you know what? How lucky is that? You're the 4 seed and you get a home game. Like that's definitely in Los Lunas' advantage. But I think Goddard's just a powerhouse. I think even though any of those 4 teams could make it, I feel like Goddard, Artesia, and Roswell are definitely the three better teams out of the 4. But it's going to be a close one. I have Goddard pulling it out in the end, though.
Bloomfield takes on St. Pius. Really good 4A matchup. Bloomfield upsets Kirtland Central to get there. St. Pius loses their quarterback. I think this is a tough matchup. I mean, I went Bloomfield. Just you lose your quarterback, I think maybe you struggle. I don't know, though. Who knows? 3 of us go St. Pius. 2 of us go Bloomfield. Portales, Taos, I think it's a good matchup. Alden, you're the only one to go with Taos. You're just trying to gain a game or what?
Yeah, pretty much. And I haven't heard too much about Portales this year. I've heard more about Taos, so I decided to just roll a Taos on that one.
Okay, all right. Hope Christian, unanimous. Everyone's got them. And then we've got Dexter and West Las Vegas. Jay Pohl goes with the Dons. That would be a monster upset on the road for the Dons. Is that a shout out strictly
Shout
to
out.
our man Tripp?
Strictly
All right.
Tripp, and strictly Tatum. I'm going home court advantage.
Home court advantage. They've got Gateway Christian. That's the 8-man championship. And then we've got Santa Rosa and Eunice. Is your Santa Rosa pick a shot out to Tyler Ortega? I mean, I'm going Eunice, guys.
Yeah, you know what? Could you throw that back up real quick, please? The graphic.
Okay, got you.
That's me.
There it is.
All right, so I just want to take a quick second to point this out. Last year, me and Josh Brown went to Gateway Christian and did the state championship game. So that's why I definitely decided to roll with them. I don't know why.
Same thing. Good people down there at Gateway, right there in
Yeah.
Roswell. They treat you good hospitality.
But why did you choose Gateway, Adam?
Why not? Why did I not choose Gateway? That's the question that you should ask.
Well played, sir. Well played.
And then Santa Rosa, and that could go either way. They beat my Fort Sumner Foxes last week, big win. Fort Sumner have been in the championship game 2 or 3 years in a row. So shout out to Santa Rosa for getting the W and moving on. But I definitely went Eunice. That's the home game at Cardinal Stadium.
The beautiful
And,
Cardinal
it's
Stadium.
a beautiful Cardinal Stadium. So good luck.
All
Good
right.
luck to everybody out
Last hype or no hype, real quick. What are you most hype on? Thanksgiving weekend, the whole shebang. What are you most
Okay.
hype on, both
All
of you?
right. Well, I definitely say besides the food, which is obvious number one, but I think I'm going to go with the Thanksgiving specials like the Macy's Day Parade, Charlie Brown. The Charlie Brown special is definitely always one of my favorite things growing up. And yeah, how about you, Josh?
I enjoy the Cowboys losing on Thanksgiving. We saw them lose handily last year to the Chargers. This year, they're probably going to lose to the Josh Luna's Redskins. It's been a nice tradition the past couple years to watch the Cowboys lose on Thanksgiving.
You know what? That reminds me of this one time on Thanksgiving when Drew Bledsoe or something was the quarterback for the Cowboys, and he threw it right to the future first ballot Hall of Famer Champ Bailey for the game-winning touchdown.
Boom.
So, shout out.
Why do the Cowboys
We
even
just
play
got,
on Thanksgiving
what's that?
anymore?
Breaking news. Oh, Josh Brown and Alden Iowani, you've been relieved of your duties at Proview Networks. You guys are fired. And when we return, we'll have Steve Davis on. He will come on. We'll talk about those big semifinal matchups coming up.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club, or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Happy Hump Day. It is a Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and that means that playoff football is down to the nitty and gritty. The big blues being handed out here soon. We've got some semifinals. That is Steve Davis, owner and president of Proview Networks. So, my man Steve, we've got some games going on this weekend.
Well, first of all, happy Thanksgiving and a big weekend for sports enthusiasts. I mean, it's what are we doing? 7 games this weekend?
7 games. And by the way, you can go to our website, ProviewNetworks.com, and click on any of the matchup graphics. There's 7 of them. We'll talk about them here in a moment. But you want to get your NFHS Network pass because all of these games are on the NFHS Network, Steve. And the only way you can watch them is getting your pass. You can get your pass, your yearly pass can get you access to all of the state championships. That's including hoop season that comes up as well. As Tatum's going to take on Gateway Christian, the 1 versus the 2. That state championship from Tatum High School. Our man Jason Poole, he's going to make his way out there along with Ed Nunez. We'll be excited to have that one for you. Let's go on to the 2A game. This game is the Eunice Cardinals 1 versus 2 as they take on Santa Rosa. Gorgeous Eunice Cardinals Stadium is brand new. I think it's 2 years in now. And that should be an interesting state championship matchup, both of those games on Saturday. So not just semifinals for you, finals for you.
Well, I'll tell you, those, if you're in that area, you go to those games because it's like tailgating. You never experience an outing just in small schools to see how they do. They make the community involved.
Well, let's check out some of the semifinal matchups that we've got for you that'll be live here on the NFHS Network, and we'll start with Hope Christian taking on Robertson, the Cardinals. Hope Christian, the 1 seed, trying to continue. Robertson kind of, I guess you could say, upset St. Mike's. I don't really know if that was an upset, but it's the 1 versus the 5. It's from Milne Stadium, and we've got coverage for you.
Well, I think it's Hope Christian. I mean, you know, if you were asking me who's going to, I think is going to win this game.
Oh, so you're Steve Davis in the Pickens.
I came into Hope. I'm on the Huskies bandwagon. Okay, so I think that they're the team to beat, and I think it's. But again, Hope Husky and the Robert, it's a rivalry game. I mean, these teams have been going at
especially
it
in other sports, maybe traditionally not football, but you know what? They know each other. A lot of same athletes play the same sports. Excited to see the outcome of this one. That's one semifinal. Another semifinal that we've got for you on Friday night this one's actually going to be on Saturday during the day, Steve. St. Pius, they're the 1 seed. Another 1-5 matchup as Bloomfield defeat Kirtland Central to get there. St. Pius lose their quarterback, though. So interesting.
Very interesting. You know, this is Bloomfield's a chance. I mean, the quarterback's out. They're coming into a hostile environment, and Pius has got their hands full this weekend.
I think they do. That'll be Saturday at 1 on the NFHS Network. Moving on now, as Saturday as well, Steve. Las Lunas going to play host because of the who owes who rule by the NMAA. Last time these two teams played in a semifinal or championship, it was actually in Goddard, and it was 2012. It was the championship where Goddard won by a last-second field goal. Las Lunas hosts this one. They have played earlier in the season. Goddard won in overtime on a 2-point conversion. That was with the backup quarterback that Las Lunas was playing with. So I anticipate a good atmosphere, a good game.
Well, revenge game for Las Lunas. They have the opportunity to revenge themselves against Goddard. But I tell you, everything I hear about Goddard is that they're tough, and so that's going to be one of these games. It could be 1 touchdown or less going to the last possession of the game.
That'll be Saturday at 1 o'clock from Willie Chavez Field in Las Lunas. Other matchups. Some semifinals, a couple of 6A semifinal matchups. Steve, it's a rematch between the Cleveland Storm as they take on the Volcano Vista Hawks. It's a 1 versus 4. Last time they played, 61-46 win for Cleveland. No Dorian Lewis this time. Jake Deathridge playing amazing. Had 4 touchdowns last week. How do you see this one going?
High octane. I think with both, you know, Ridenauer and Wallen, I think we're going to see some tricks that we haven't seen. They always seem to come up with the new play and something to come out of the house. You know, scores in the 70s and very high octane. If you want to see some entertainment of people getting in the end zone, this is the one to go see.
Other 6A semifinals, it's the overall 2-seed La Cueva playing host to the 3-seed, the Centennial Hawks. This game will be from Wilson Stadium. It'll be streamed live, and another big-time matchup, both undefeated district winners.
Well, I think we're going to see this defense. You know, you can go the other game and watch high octane, and this one here is going to be, you know, very low scoring, and it's going to be the defense and turnovers, and probably be the difference of this ball game. And you know, La Cueva, his defense is one of the top and the best, but Centennial is undefeated. 2 undefeated teams while we're at the same time, 11-0.
Let's see if we can take a look at the brackets now and show you how all the teams got through, and there it is. So the 3A bracket, it's down to these 4. As you saw, Robertson, they easily, no problem, beat Raton in that first round, and then they upset St. Michael's to get to the semifinals. Tularosa beat Zuni, and Hope Christian whacks them. How about West Las Vegas, Steve? They beat Socorro. They win in the first round against Cobre. Then they beat Socorro, come from behind, and they're going to take on Dexter, as Dexter defeated Hatch Valley. So how about 2 West Las Vegas schools in there?
Well, that's great for the town. That's amazing.
Not 2 West Las Vegas, 2 Las Vegas schools.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robertson fans will hate me for that.
Yeah, you're going to be cut off right there. I can tell you that right now, and that's okay. But it's unbelievable that.
Get this: Robertson to beat St. Mike's scored 3 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion in the last 4 minutes to come back and win that game, 28-27.
Well, do they have enough energy to come back this week and do it again?
Oh, they're going to have a lot of them. Here's the 4A bracket. This is what it looks like. Bloomfield, they won in the first round, no problems, and then upset Kirtland Central. That's why they're there. St. Pius get by Aztec, who had defeated Ruidoso in the first round. That was a tight game for St. Pius, by the way. No problem for Taos. They smashed Lovington, and Portales hammer Grants. So Portales and Taos, that's on the other side of that bracket.
Well, I think, you know, the big question is St. Pius, how can their new quarterback come in and defeat the Bloomfield? I mean,
it's going to be tough.
It's going to be. I don't know how that's going to pan out. And then I think, but a lot of people wanted to see that St. Pius and Portales rematch.
That's what the 4A bracket looks like. Here's the 5A bracket. We mentioned the 2 semifinal matchups. Valley had lost to Roswell in that quarterfinals. Artesia beat PV. I thought PV would put up a better fight. Artesia's Artesia, though, I guess, when the playoffs start. And then, of course, Los Lunas barely beats Berlin in a game we did on the NFHS Network, Steve. It was a tight one, and Goddard smashes Deming to get to that Final 4.
Well, this one here is, I think this is a toss-up bracket. I mean, and you think about, you know, you think about football in Artesia and Roswell, 3 of the 4 are in the top 4. So this one here is just, for me, to predict anything, it's just too tough. These teams are just too close together.
It is. That may be the closest one in 5A. And then 6A, I guess similar. I mean, 1 through 4 get on. Volcano Vista hammer Cibola to get on. Cleveland looked really good against Monzano and get through to the semifinals. Centennial struggled with El Dorado, and I thought they would, and then they kind of pulled ahead in the 4th quarter. And then La Cueva, man, did they survive one against Las Cruces, a missed field goal at the end of regulation to get them to the semifinals. So it should be fun.
It's going to be a great weekend of football. And again, I think buy your NFHS pass or buy that ticket right now.
Get it now. You can watch all the games, 7 of them, on the NFHS Network, and the action starts on Friday. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. A happy Hump Day Wednesday to you, the best Wednesday of the year, I say. That is Steve Davis, president and owner of Proview Networks. For the crew in the zoo, there we go. Enjoy the weekend, guys. Have some fun. We got some big games for you. I'm Adam Deal. You've been watching the Proview Rundown.
This is Coach Borrego of the Charlotte Hornets. Hello to all you parents out there in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I want to congratulate 38 years for the AYBL. You guys are doing a great job. You've shaped a lot of lives, young men and women, and you'll continue to do that. Parents, get involved, sign your kids.